Hey YouTube family, this is your girl Nene of the Mighty Few back with another vlog. Today, well this week actually, we are in Minneapolis, Minnesota for a suicide prevention symposium conference, and I'm here with my grandma. She'll be here in a little bit. She's flying in, of course, from Florida, and I got here about 10 o'clock this morning and just checked in, and we're just hanging out. I'm gonna go explore the hotel, but I am so honored to be here this weekend, well this week, and just really excited to learn all the things that that the VA has to teach us about suicide prevention, helping people that suffer from suicidal ideation, or some family members that have lost people to suicide. So I really feel like this is going to be such a gem for me to keep and bring back home to help people on the reservation, especially my veterans and their families. But everybody matters. Everybody's life matters, no matter what, no matter where you are, who you are. Everybody's life is important. We are all here for a purpose. So I'm super excited to be here to just gain more knowledge in how to aid people in helping with these situations, and it can also help me because I once was a person that had suicide ideation, suicidal thoughts, suicide attempts, and so I know where a lot of people are coming from, and I am so blessed to be here. I really, like I said in my last video, I feel like God is just putting me in so many great places, connecting me with so many amazing people, and just to get that knowledge to know how to help others. So thank you again for clicking on this vlog. Like and subscribe if you like my videos so far. My last video was the San Francisco, and if you haven't seen that, go check that out. That was an amazing, game-changing, monumental weekend. And I'm very proud of my sisters. I'm very proud of my grandma. She's the founder of Native American Women Warriors. And I'm just really happy for the rest of the year and what's going to happen, what the places we're going to go, meet people we're going to meet, things that we're going to see. I'm super excited. So again, thank you for clicking on this vlog. Like and subscribe, and let's go check out the hotel.
Tell me what you want, what you want, what you want. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up. Swear I just wanna be somebody, outside trying to meet somebody. Said we just way too dumb and drunken. I say I'm 21 and I don't know what to just me, but tell you what, let me dream. Take it someplace you ain't never been. If we break up, just don't make a scene. Tell me what you want, what you want, what you want. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up. For the love, for the love, for the love, for the love. For the love, for the love, for the love. Swear I just wanna be somebody, outside trying to meet somebody. Said we just way too dumb and drunken. I say I'm 21 and tell me what you want, what you want, what you want. Give it up, give it up, give it up. Give it all for the love, for the love, for the love, for the love. For the love, for the love, for the love. I don't know what to just be, but tell you what, let me dream. Take it someplace you ain't never been. If we break up, then don't make a scene. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it all for the love. For the love, 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 for the love.
He done so.
I did where I did, yeah. No one can contest, yeah. Now only Jah with the place, man. I put the hustle on my chest, nah. I'm living a fast life, you know. Now my music in the scene, nah. Everywhere where I enter, now loyalty I dey receive, nah. I swear if you know, no, I'm all you know, no. No man can play me like a lotto. May they also drive me like say na moto. I swear if you know, no, I'm all you know, no. No man can play me like a lotto. May they also drive me like say na moto.
Everything I do, no go let another guy play with my blues. I know that it's gon' be alright. So now that I'm living my life, but I know be peace. Everything I do, I no go let another guy play with my grooves. I know that it's gon' be alright. So let me live my life. Hold up,
it go better. Everything we can want, it go better. You close your eyes, dream big. Life has got interesting. See, I don't want stress. For this life, many things that get you rest. See me, I just want to be relentless. Hall of Fame, gonna find my name. I'm gonna make them way for the rest of us. Back when I enjoy everything that goes down. I need not you while I got everything to run down, run down. See for this town, we go shut down. Oh, no.
I swear if you know, no, I'm all you know, no. No man can play me like a lotto. May they also drive me like say na moto. I swear if you know, no, I'm all you know, no. No man can play me like a lotto. May they also drive me like say na moto.
It go better. Yeah. So many people say it's gonna be alright. Yeah. No, switch my gears on. Yeah.
the gym. It's 4:30 in the morning. Gym outfit of the day.
Up, down, up, down, up, down, up and down. Elevator up, down, yeah, up, down, up and down. Elevator up and down, up and down, up and down, up and elevator. This shit hot. And down, up and down, and down. Show me what you're working with.
Take it because you want it. Don't need permission because you already own it. Don't need to fake it because you want it. Don't need permission because you already own it, own it. Bring me back, back, bring me back. 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 Bring me back, 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 back. Bring me back, 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 back. Show me what you're working with.
Down, up, down, yeah, up, down, up and down. Elevator up and down, up and down, up and down, up and elevator. This shit hot.
Good morning, family. This is a more brighter morning than the last video. I got up and me and Grandma went to the gym, so I'm feeling good. They have a basketball court, man. They have like the bangingest gym here. It is amazing. So we did some biceps, triceps, and lats, and then I went and shot around for like the last 30 minutes. It was a good workout. I'm pretty rusty, but it's okay. You know what? Because there's nothing but room for improvement, so I ain't worried about it. But this definitely kick-started me really being serious about my fitness journey. Getting back in the gym, working out. I can't wait. So when I get back home, hopefully I'll be getting a car soon, and I'm gonna get back in this gym, get it right, get it tight, get it right, get it tight, get it right, get it tight. Got my coffee, watching the news. The state fair is going on, and Ludacris and T-Pain are here, so that'd be awesome if we can go. Let's look at the view. This. Get behind the curtain. This is our view this morning. The rain was so bad last night. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh. But this is our morning view. So, about to get ready. We've got our speeches today after lunch, or before lunch. So we're gonna get in our regalia, look all beautified, and I'll see you later. I don't know. I think it's in here.
And unceded territories of the Ochekwe-Shekowen and Ojibwe tribal nations. We acknowledge that the land on which we gather today is their traditional territory, and it is also important to.
So I just want to close by saying that I'm so grateful to be here today and to be a part of this convening, and I'm really excited to see where the work will lead us. So thank you for this time.
I now have the pleasure to introduce to you the real star of this next segment, which is Deputy Secretaries.
Anything for tribal veterans without tribal veterans. And that's a role that Dr. Prairie Chicken plays as well in the Office of Tribal Health, and making sure that we have our eyes.
Hello, my name is Micheline Bigman. I'm an enrolled member of the Otsalaga Nation, also known as the Crow Tribe of Montana. My Indian name is one who speaks kind words. Those that know me, especially my soldiers, begs to differ because I've been known to bring the wrath of Khan. Yeah, I was told. First of all, I want to thank SAMHSA for this monumental opportunity and gain a connection of service for our Native American veterans. And those of you that have served, I just want to tell you, thank you so much and welcome home. I am a retired United States Army veteran that has served over 2 decades. My tours of duty were stateside, Germany, Korea, and I was deployed twice to Iraqi freedom. I am the founder of Native American Women Warriors. In the military, I was a diesel mechanic. When I was at the MEP station, they wanted to put me in clerical, and I was like, no, I want to go infantry. And they were like, you can't go infantry, and I'm like, why? And they said, because it's only for the males. I'm like, why? And I guess I was a rebel without a cause. So the closest I could get to being in a male-dominant MOS, which I didn't realize what I got myself into, was diesel mechanic. So I was raised in a lot of combat arms units because they thought big man was a guy. And Sergeant Big Man was a guy, so they thought, and I was assigned to them. I've been in artillery, I've supported infantry, so I still got to do infantry. And then combat engineers. It was a challenge, especially trying to overcome the stereotype of just being a woman soldier. Again, it was a huge challenge and a struggle to prove my worth, not only as a mechanic, but as a soldier. I have been asked, what made you join the Army? I say it was a backup plan since I was not so disciplined in my college studies. And then eventually moving back to the reservation to where there's 90% unemployment, 90% substance abuse, and high rate of domestic violence. I told myself, I wanted to become a statistic of positivity and overcome the stereotype of how America sees Indians. Not really fitting in anywhere in mainstream society. We're not Black, white, Asian, or Hispanic. We are a political classification. First of all, my struggles began when I was a child growing up, living in a domestically violent and broken home. I lived on and off the reservation, not really accepted in the inner city schools, and since I was not raised consistently with my own people, I lacked knowing my language and traditions, so bullying was common on both sides of my world. The schools off the reservation, I was often called a dumb, dirty Indian. And back home amongst my people, I was called an apple Indian, which is red on the outside and white on the inside because I didn't speak my language. So fitting in seemed to be a struggle, often choosing the wrong crowd just to try to fit in, making a lot of bad choices. Those same struggles I experienced in the military. As a woman, I noticed we don't get the recognition of our efforts while serving in this military. I had firsthand experience of having to work 3 times harder than my male counterparts in my job, physical, and as a leader. I would wear many hats, but nothing to gain the opportunity to reach the goal of a higher ranking possibility. My last 5 years, my heart was broken constantly because overlooked for more formidable opportunities. So finally, I decided to leave the military. And talk about a culture shock. But what was recognizable was not fitting in again. I am a proud combat veteran, but again, women are not given the recognition. It has grown more positive recently, I see, but as a Native American woman veteran, again, we are overlooked, even amongst the Native community. The men are given and looked on as the strong warriors, but our women veterans still fall in the shadows. I was always one to surface women's contribution, even in the military. I had a lot of pushback, but doggone it, I'm a soldier too. It was hard to get past the glass ceiling of opportunities for women. I see that now women are given the opportunities and show strong ambition and prove, yes, they can do it. I would use my voice and actions, which seemed to work better versus speaking with words. After my first tour of Iraq, I went home to a ceremony that was moving. I was given the status of a warrior. My status as a Sergeant First Class did not seem to matter anymore, but being called a warrior stood higher. I loved the short-lived recognition, but continued to voice our efforts as veterans. Those that know me, I love dancing in our powwow circles. I'm a jingle dress dancer. My outfits, I put patches on my outfits, patches of rank, branch of service, or units, to signify that I'm a veteran. Still not noticed as a veteran, again, I thought I would try another avenue. In 2010, I created dresses for 3 of us ladies that were Army affiliated. It was Tony Eagle Feathers, who was Army Reserve, Cindy Littlefeather, who was Army National Guard, and me as regular Army, that were attending the annual Denver March powwow. The dresses had the colors of red, white, and blue, signifying our American flag, but I added Indian pink and native designs along with our patches of military units, along with our branch and rank indicating we were Native women veterans. At the time, the designs were placed slightly different for each dress, but somewhat identical. An elder approached us. Camille Claremont noticed our outfits and she asked the significance. I said, we are veterans, and she asked if we were one of the color guards, and I responded, no, we're not. We're just trying to show off our new jingle dresses as service women. She had left, and since grand entry was about to begin, we rushed down to get in the line with the other jingle dress dancers. The arena director, Chico Hermendy rushed over and gave me a pad of paper and a pen, asked me to write down the nations we represent, our ranks, and the branch of service. I was writing this in haste because I was noticing that the dancers were starting to line up. And he asked me, what is the name of your color guard? I replied, sir, there is a misunderstanding. We're not a color guard. And then he mentioned our dresses and noticed, and I told him we had no flags, we're all Army affiliated. And he said, what campaign? And I told him Iraqi freedom. So our first name was actually, since we were Army affiliated, was the Women's Iraqi Freedom Veterans. I was thinking this would not go anywhere, honestly. Then he said, it will place you last. And I was like, okay, we can't seem to catch a break. I looked at the girls, I was like, oh, they're putting us, even the ROTC's in front of us. I thought, well, maybe because we don't have flags, all we had was our hand paint. But that was the best place to put us. Once grand entry was completed, the MC Lawrence Baker was starting to announce the color guard groups. As they were announced and stepped off, we would move up one group at a time. Then it came to us. I was so nervous we had no flags and felt so out of place. The words that still resonate is how he announced us. He shared his journey as an MC of over 25 years and had the opportunity to announce many amazing groups and individuals. He said, today, I have the opportunity to announce our first all-female Native American color guard. The response from the audience was not expected. The Lulus, the war cries, all the drums, and it was astonishing. And the thing of it is, I'm so sensitive at the same time. I turned to the girls, I said, I'm gonna cry. They were already crying because we didn't expect that. So we were emotionally moved. Since that day, I felt this was the door to become a bigger voice. Shortly after that, we decided to change the name to Native American Women Warriors to include all branches of service. I am the only original member, and the ladies that were once part of Native American Women Warriors created their own color guard to expand the voice for veterans and have been monumental in working alongside their Native communities. I created the mission and vision statement. We are dedicated to service recognition of women veterans, especially of Native American descent and their contribution to the military, that represents our indigenous people in the United States of America. Our vision, our goal is to assist our Native American veterans in receiving that help desperately needed to empower themselves to take on modern challenges in education and employment, to guide those needing special services to attain a powerful mind, body, and spirit. Our dresses have changed since, but stay with the jingle dress due to what it stands for. It's a prayer dress and a dance of healing. As veterans in the nation, we need healing. We have women veterans with post-traumatic syndrome disorder, PTSD, and military sexual trauma, which I'm a survivor of, who desperately need help among our Native communities. Native American Women Warriors has grown into a strong sisterhood, where we have the commonality of our Native heritage along with our service in the military that provides support for each other. Native American Women Warriors is a virtual and all-volunteer organization. We don't get paid for it, we do a lot of traveling, but it's the passion that we have, it's what's in our heart. We are two-part, we are color guard, and we're a nonprofit. We're very small. Our efforts are more of an outreach to find resources for those needing help. And I want to thank Stephanie Birdwell, because she helped me many times. I've had to call her and I said, we need help for this soldier, and right away she jumped on this, so she's been very helpful. Thank you. The passion we hold for our veterans gives us the drive to help make a difference. If I may, I would like to share a poem I created indicating the struggles of not fitting into today's society as a woman veteran and Indigenous people. It is called A Warrior's Cry. No one sees my pain, the struggles of not fitting in anywhere. The inner battles I carry daily within, sometimes too much to bear. I cry in silence to evade the ridicule society's lack of understanding. I put on my outward armor of strength to show that I'm still standing. My heart aches for the comrades lost in an unjust war. Coming home to a people that expect more and more. History illustrates the countless times to eliminate my kind, but our spirit has overcome time after time. Continuing to fight the battle of racism towards me, not even considered a race, but a political entity. No matter how hard I work or try, no one sees this warrior's cry. I'd like to, I have the honor of introducing my granddaughter, Dorothy Renee Gaines. She's a Navy veteran, served 12 years in the Navy. She's actually what we say boots on ground. She's actually back home, and she's really getting involved in a lot of the communities and working on a lot of the programs. So I asked her to kind of do some speaking, and that kind of like threw a wrench in everybody's program. So again, Renee Gaines.
Shadaji, Balajavane. I'm from the Absaloka Nation, Ikoshtagat Chadja, and my nephew, country in Wyola, Montana. First of all, I just want to give all glory to God. And like my colleague said, I've been in the military for 12 years. I got out in 2012. Excuse me if I sound nervous, I haven't done a speech in a long time. On behalf of Native American Women Warriors, I want to thank SAMHSA for inviting us here today to share our stories, especially on suicide awareness and prevention among Native American and Alaskan Native military veterans. It's truly an honor to speak on such an important subject, and it hits home for me because I too suffered from depression, suicidal thoughts, and attempts. But I realized that after getting saved and giving my life to Christ, Abadadia, that he put me here on this sorry. He put me on this earth for a purpose, and how we can effectively fight the matter that's so detrimental to our Native people.
We are affected daily by losing loved ones to suicide or attempted suicide. And I was convicted by God when a young girl in my community committed suicide and took her life just this past year in April. And when she passed, it really hit our community. And from the stories that I heard, it really broke my heart because I thought, I have a teenage daughter, it could have been her. And at that moment, I feel like God gave me an assignment and aiding him to help my Apsalaga people, especially the women, the teens, and the girls, because I could relate to them. I started the Apsalaga Women's Healing and Support Group just this past April, and we meet every Wednesday to talk about different subjects that women go through on a day-to-day basis. Only a few women show up, but at the end, it's so powerful, and we're all in tears at the end of the meeting. I just keep praying that more women start to take advantage of the opportunity to gather together in ministry and support one another on our healing journeys. Not just women need healing, our men need it just as much. And I've learned that on my own journey to healing, that you need a safe space to talk. You need friends to share your thoughts with without being judged or ridiculed or gossiped about. So I say my prayers every day to Abadadia that a strong Native king from my reservation will start a men's group to start getting the men to heal, to be able to be leaders for us women. And of course, our natives that served in combat, the Native American Alaskan veterans who not only carry pain and trauma of the military, but we also, through combat, but we also carry the pain from our ancestors. And that's just trauma that we've brought from home to the military and added on to that. And there's so much pain and trauma to unpack. From poverty on our reservations, alcohol and drug abuse, sexual abuse, broken homes, and most reservations have nothing for the youth or even the adults to do but get into mischief. But to take it back a little further, of our ancestors when they were forced into boarding schools, and this was a source that I found online, the US government released between 1871 and 1969, almost 1,000 indigenous children died from abuse and disease at boarding schools that the government had forced them into. The boarding schools received over billions of dollars from the United States as a part of an effort to force indigenous children to assimilate into white society. They worked together to take away our language, traditions, and culture altogether. The children are subject to physical, sexual, and psychological abuse. There were over 400 boarding schools across the country, and in 1962, almost 80% of indigenous children were attending these boarding schools. Now we're talking about our grandmas and grandfathers going through this, and back up further our family trees. And trauma like this is in desperate need of healing. But as we may realize, it never happened. It's something we just don't talk about. But adding on to that and war in combat, we may not want to admit it, but we carry so much pain and trauma and hurt inside of us, just from our ancestors. So without healing, we just keep adding. There are over 383,000 Native American veterans, and there are more Native American warriors enlisted in the United States military than any other ethnicity. According to Montana Free Press, just in my state alone, Montana is ranked the 3rd worst among all 50 states for suicide deaths in 2020. 6.5% of them were Native American. And for over 100,000 American Indian or Alaskan Native veterans, 46.3 died of suicide in 2021. A suicide rate among American Indian and Alaskan Native veterans have risen substantially from 2004 to 2018. And in 2021, the suicide rate for American Indian and Alaskan Natives were higher than any other veteran group, with 4.6 46.3 deaths by suicide over 100,000 veterans compared to 36.3 deaths by suicide per white veterans, the second highest group. The suicide rate for American Indians and Alaska Natives also increased significantly from 2004 to 2018, growing 146% compared to the 32% of all veterans. And the younger Native Americans and Alaskan Native veterans are particularly at a substantially high risk of suicide ideation. But thankfully, for those who struggle with suicide ideation, we do have help with the veteran affairs, like the event that we're attending this weekend, and I'm very grateful for. But another way to prevent suicide is to want to get the help, want to get better, and to start healing. And it's not fun and it's not easy, but it's necessary if you want to add value to your life. The Bible says that we are all made in God's image. And once you take accountability that you have made that decision, that you have a problem and you want to get help, you are already heading in the right direction. You should be immensely proud of yourself, and I am as well. This is my journey, and when I got saved, I decided my life was worth living, and I decided not to go off my own understanding anymore. I tried my way for 39 years, and all that left me was depressed, angry, and in a dark space for an exceedingly long time. And little did I know that I was affecting the loved ones around me. All I cared about was what I went through and no one else, and that was very selfish. So I let go of the reins and I surrendered to God. I said this prayer to Jehovah: please come into my heart. Forgive my sins and renew me. Thank you for sending your son to die on the cross for me. I welcome you into my life and give you complete control over my life. And this is when the healing started to begin for me. I immediately felt the burdens lifted off of me and I could breathe. I cried like I never cried before, but it was a cry of relief. At Psalms 55:22, it says, throw your burdens onto Jehovah and he will sustain you. He will never allow the righteous one to fall. On June 22nd, 2023, God continuously works on me. And I have cried so much, just like today, but it's not cries of pain anymore. It's cries knowing that God loves me so much and shows up for me every day. And he allows me to wake up every morning and take another breath, and I'm very grateful for that. And I start every morning by opening my eyes and saying a prayer and knowing that I get another chance at life. At James 4:8, it says, draw close to God and he will draw close to you. Cleanse your hands, you sinners, and purify your hearts, you indecisive ones. So I had to learn how to forgive myself and to forgive others. Ephesians 4:32 says, become kind to one another, tenderly compassionate, freely forgiving one another, just as God also by Christ freely forgave you. So all the pain that I was carrying in my heart against the people who had hurt me throughout my life, I had to forgive them all. So, because who am I to not forgive others when I sin against God every day? I had to check myself, and I'm still practicing that concept now. Bottom line is, our people need to heal, but it takes all of us being there for one another. Put God first in your life and trust him with all your heart and your soul. Love one another, practice selflessness, and know that everyone is struggling. So be kind to one another, give each other grace. Call or text your people, check on them. Say hi when you're walking past each other. Ask people how you're doing. You never know how much that means to someone. Listen when someone needs to talk, and God may be using you as someone else's prayer, and God will use someone else to answer your prayers. Thank you again for your time. God bless. I hope.
Thank you, Ray, for feeling safe enough stand in this space to share your stories of hope with us. And for the standing ovation, I know that it was heard throughout the room. And you all already stood because I would have asked, can we stand and give them a round of applause? So with that, I think we can take a minute of silence as we kind of transition between closing of this one and handing it back over to Stacey, I believe is up next. So again, thank you, thank you, thank you.
We'd have to follow that. I mean, that was so powerful.
The items on the table and separate each item. So you will notice there's a needle that's already threaded with the sinew, the artificial sinew. So on the end of the sinew, opposite of the needle, the end of the sinew, you're going to tie at least 3 or 4 knots on top of each other. So I'm going to let you do that right now while we're getting set up. During the hunting, you know, they were able to create tools, clothing, you know, even have food for themselves. But the medicine bag itself, you know, comes from a time where, you know, I was told that animals and people at one point in time had an understanding of one another, you know.
Yeah, you won't find me with a crew or in the cabin. I'm the captain of my ship. I'll be the first one clocking in and the last one on my shift. Bunch of keys in my pocket, my destiny in my grip. Don't take orders or submit, that ain't always a good thing. I don't think man was ever supposed to be king. Despite every sin on the power, do we cling? For me, it ain't malicious. My mission is just to win. And I seen too many ill decisions that lose folk everything. So I prefer to steer the wheel, shift the levers. My therapist say trauma is my pilot. Can you believe it?
It's honor America's veterans by providing exceptional health care, which improves their health and well-being. That's what the Veterans Health
Emotion. Because that was my first trip home in this job, that we were able to travel together. We went to St. Cloud, and so we had a really fun visit. And it also turns out that.
So again, my name is Will Funmaker. I work as the Executive Director for the Great Lakes Area Tribal Health Board and the Director for the Great Lakes and Tribal Epidemiology Center. My office is...
See from left to right are the rate per 100,000 by race from 2018 to 2022. And the data are age adjusted to a 2,000 US standard population. This allows communities with different age
truly getting a picture of that. So some things that have been barriers to data accuracy and reduced attribution have been reporting, data access, racial misclassification at time of death, historical erasure from paper genocide, delayed.
So Ms. Stroud has led grants in residential treatment, domestic violence, sexual assault, women health services, and youth leaders within the Tribal Opioid Response Grant. So over the 25 years, she's learned that having data
special kind of historical gathering where there's going to be a lot of change, right? And we've heard action, I don't know how many times, and I really truly believe and see that there's so much hope for that to really happen, and that there's going to be so much.
Non-Native American veterans. So, I'm the Veteran Services Coordinator for Wabanaki Public Health and Wellness. I've been doing this for 2.5 years.
I'm the only one in my organization that does this program. I have 5 different tribal.
Who are you looking at?
Our own sustainable ways with our gardening.
Not just our minds to be present, but our hearts too.
We definitely always refer to this work as being hard work and heart work.
Maybe a grandfather, maybe you're going to have a rock, you're going to have those items that are related to who you are. That could be, say, by your clan.
The Bulgarian lumpy. I didn't use weight because I always lose my balance.
This one's ours.
Hello.
Hi.
We're going on Hennepin, 6:45.
Yes.
All right. We'll do that.
What we doing? Are we stepping out? Life's been too hard, we gon' make it count. I ain't mad at the world, I'm just living life. And if I came up out the bag, you know I pay the price. The night's too young, let's have some fun, let's paint the town. Let's shut it down, it's our time now. And I ain't going in till the sun come up. And I ain't going in until we blew up the bucks. Cause it's us, throw it up, live it up, come with us. We gon' paint the town, love you right now. Hop in the Bentley, let the roof down. It's a Friday night, it's a Friday night. Ain't no telling where we headed, it's a vibe tonight. It's a Friday night, it's a Friday night. Ain't no telling where we headed, it's a vibe tonight. Where you wanna go, what you wanna do? Blow it back, kinda in a spinning move. Where you wanna go, what you wanna do? Blow it back, kinda in a spinning move. Ain't no stress in the night, just gon' ring up the price. Ain't been out in a minute, good to finally get out. I'ma dance till my feet hurt, body move like reverse. Do it like it's rehearsed, sun them like they rebirth. Dance with my wrist up, know that it go crazy. Know I'm on your mind, body look amazing. Body look amazing, know I'm looking good. Stepping out the big way, we made it out the hood. Made it out them hard times, made it out the struggle. Pop out on a Friday, blew a bag like it's nothing. Finally made it out the group chat. Good to see my girls doing good, big facts. It's a Friday night, it's a Friday night. Ain't no telling where we headed, it's a vibe tonight. It's a Friday night, it's a Friday night. Ain't no telling where we headed, it's a vibe tonight. Where you wanna go, what you wanna do? Blow it back, kinda in a spinning move. Where you wanna go, what you wanna do? Blow it back, kinda in a spinning move. A vibing thing, a vibing thing. Vibing thing, a vibing thing. It's a Friday night, a vibing thing. Vibing thing, a vibing thing. It's a vibing thing, it's a Friday night, a vibing thing, it's a vibing thing, a Friday night, a vibing thing. It's a Friday night, it's a Friday night. Ain't no telling where we headed, it's a vibing night. It's a Friday night, it's a Friday night. Ain't no telling where we headed, it's a vibing night. Where you wanna go, what you wanna do? Blow it back, kinda in a spinning move. Where you wanna go, what you wanna do?
5 pounds lighter. No. The streets of Wisconsin, or not Wisconsin, Minnesota. morning, YouTube family. This is the closing of this vlog. I just want to thank you all so much for staying with me and coming along on the experience of being a part of the gathering of suicide prevention for American and Alaskan Natives, military veterans and their families. That's a long title. But this experience has been out of this world. Being amongst so many amazing leaders, so many, directors and CEOs and presidents and all types of just amazing people. It really made me realize, this is where God is placing me in my life right now. And this is what he meant by just trusting the process. So I'm so blessed. I'm so honored. I'm so humble to be in this position, being able to give my testimony in front of all these people. And I have not given a speech since high school. So I really just prayed before I went on stage, and I asked God to just let me be his vessel and just say what he needed me to say. Use my mouth. And give me boldness and strength, because I was so nervous up there. But God pulled through, as he always does. And it was amazing. So this has been an amazing experience here. My next venture isn't with NAW. It's going to be with Native American Organizers Alliance in Chicago, and I'll be there next month. So turn right back around and get back on the plane again. But I anticipate just so much more amazing things, because I'm allowing God to direct my path, and I'm so glad that I trust God in everything that he's done for me. And I know this isn't me. I mean, I know it isn't because of me. Like, it's nothing. It can't be anything but God. God makes all things possible. So I am super blessed, and I'm just excited to see what's, in store for the future. I've never met so many amazing people in one room. I'm like I'm lost for words to say what that felt like. Excuse me. But I fly out today, and I'll be leaving for the airport in about like 45 minutes. But I just wanted to come on here and thank you guys for watching the vlog. And I'm so glad I was able to prop my phone up to capture me and my grandma's speeches. I love listening to her speech too. Her poems are so powerful. After she said the poem, I already started tearing up. I'm like, Lord, now I gotta go up here and talk. But I just met so many amazing, just out of this world people this week. And after I gave my testimony, this amazing woman blessed me with this book. Oops, it's upside down, sorry. It's called The Power of God's Plan. And so I am ready to dive into that. And the AC is making a weird noise. But like I said, none of this is possible without God. I thank him so much for grabbing my hand and guiding me through this. And I'm excited to see where all this is going to go. So thank you again for watching my vlog, and like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one. God bless.